I know how to do this. I've done this for years.
I don't remember how to do this.
You'll be great. I will ask questions and you will go, oh crap, what book does that fit?
And then I will cry.
I will cry.
You will cry, that is true.
I will cry more. Hello world and welcome back, or welcome if you are new here, and welcome one and all to a brand new location and a brand new human. I am joined today by one of my very best friends in the entire world, Dee, and we are going to be doing the Do I Have That Book tag, which will be interesting.
Because there is a twist. I, before today, have never seen the questions or heard them in any way, and Carmen, before today, has never been in front of these bookshelves.
I haven't. I know some of the books that are here, because
Yes.
I either know that you have read them or I have borrowed them myself. But I don't know where anything is. And we're gonna go through like where things are shelved, kind of, and I'm going to forget it very quickly.
Very quickly.
So this should be an adventure that we hope will be entertaining. And there might be a
Hi,
dog.
Toby!
You baby. Hi, baby. Oh, you baby.
Are you ready for the tour?
Yes, we're doing the tour first. Okay, where are things?
Alright, top is World Travelers, and then it goes into our urban fantasy,
Okay.
and then it goes into historical fantasy, and then historical and realistic fiction and steampunk are this tiny section
so
right
this
here,
is-
and that's historical. Yes, Harry Potter is in the historical fantasy section
Whatever,
because
that's
it's where
fine.
it fit, and it was from like 1996, which was 20 years ago, 24 years ago.
Thanks.
And then we've got graphic novels, and then non-fiction and resource books. And then that shelf over there is short stories. So we've got short stories and high fantasy. And that is that entire shelf. The tiny shelf on my desk is classics and my very, very, very small sci-fi collection.
Oh, you have Scythe?
Yes.
I might want to borrow that someday.
You are welcome. And then I have a tiny section of nonfiction on that shelf right there,
Okay.
including my dad's book and basically nothing else.
First up, do you have a book with deckled edges?
Deckled means
The, like, rough
the
edges.
rough edges. Oh God, I
Wait.
know I do.
Do you have deckled edges? I do not! You lied to me. Oh no. That's the one that I thought was gonna be it, and it's not. Oh no. High fantasy seems like a good place for deckled edges.
I have not read this book since
Hi!
high school.
Oh no!
A level hazard.
I don't know if any of these books have deckled edges. Oh, you also have Nevernight. I should just borrow that from you instead of waiting for the audiobook. Okay, well, that's what we have. What is this?
This is Castle Corona by Sharon Creech. I have not read this since possibly middle school, possibly high school. But it still lives in my bookshelf because I still think whenever I'm cleaning out my bookshelf, oh, I liked that book. Maybe I'll reread it someday.
A book with 3 or more people on the cover. I did it!
Nope, that's one's 2. This one? Yes. I knew there was something in this series.
Which one is that?
This is the second book. It is Storm of Locusts.
Ah.
It is the second book in the Trail of Lightning series. The 3 people on the cover are all badass women who... Wait, are we supposed to be cursing? Excellent women who fight monsters.
And I snagged The Iron Trial, which is the first book in the Magisterium series by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I've talked about this before. It is one of my favorite series of all time. And I don't own this book, so I was hoping that I could find this quickly because it has the 3 main characters right on the cover. Do we want to make a stack of the books?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't
I'll
want
make
to...
my own little stack. A book based on another fictional story. So like a retelling or something like that. This is right here. I'll take this one from the series. Yay!
Both of these are based on fairy tales.
Wait, is this one yours?
Yeah.
We both have arcs of this?
Yeah.
That's wonderful! Go ahead and introduce your book.
This one is Cinder. I spent the extra time to find the first book in the series.
Everyone in the world knows what Cinder is.
Yes.
But...
It is based on Cinderella, for anyone who doesn't know.
And I have grabbed Fathomless, which is the 3rd book in the fairy tale retellings series by Jackson Pierce, which is a lesser known series on BookTube as far as I am aware, but it is very good. This is a interesting and drastic reimagining of Hans Christian Andersen's Little Mermaid, kind of. It is more that than it is Disney Little Mermaid. A book with a title 10 letters long.
10 letters exactly?
Yes, possible. Nope, that's too long. That's 12.
Oh no, what have I done?
Aha!
Aha!
What did you grab? Oh! 2 books that I want very much to read. Go for it.
This is Middle Game by Shauna Maguire. It is a story about alchemical creations who happen to look like people.
I want to read that book so much. And I grabbed Ninth House by Lee Bardugo, which everyone and their mother on BookTube knows about. A book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter.
Oh no.
I'm going over here.
Okay, I'll be over here trying to remember how letters work. Yes! I got one.
Yay! Aha! There we go. Those are both S's.
This is actually not my book. This is The Raven Tower. I'm discounting the V. This is a story of a trans individual told from second person as a god narrates their actions.
And I have grabbed Small Gods by Terry Pratchett, which is an installment in the Discworld universe, of which there are many books, and I do not know all of them or the order that they go in. This is one of the ones that I haven't read.
Is that? I don't remember. Is that a Rincewind one? Here's your book back.
Thank you. My book. A book that is a Mass Market Paperback. This is a Mass Market, that is a trade. So anything back here. I'm gonna grab this one because I want to read it.
I will throw my stuff on the ground and then realize that my books are horribly out of order and grab this
Stay,
one
please.
so that we
Yay!
are both doing Shannon Maguire books.
I'm gonna read this one a whole lot. This is the Encrypted series, Discount Armageddon. I don't know what this series is about, and I don't care. I'm gonna read it anyway.
I
It's
do
urban
know what
fantasy.
this series. It's urban fantasy. It is about a family who lives in a world where encryptids are real, and there's an organization founded by St. George that wants to kill all of them. And this family wants to help protect them.
I'm sold.
This is also Shannon Maguire. This is Rosemary and Rue, the first book in the Toby Day series, which is about fairies being real and living in San Francisco.
As one does.
As one does.
Hi. Do you have some thoughts about Sean Maguire too?
Oh, we had some thoughts.
The same. Okay.
Okay. Hey.
A book written by an author using a pen name.
I'm just gonna grab that one. Ah, damn it.
Do you want that one, and I can grab my own book that is actually here? There it is.
No, this one's my copy. Yours is right there.
Oh.
Should we just rename this the Shannon Maguire Show?
We should rename my channel the Sean Maguire channel.
This is Mira Grant, Shauna Maguire's pen name for her sci-fi. This is about killer mermaids. And I have my copy and Carmen's copy.
Okay, so we do that sometimes, where one of us has notes and annotations, and we're like, oh, I would rather read the copy that has someone else's thoughts in it.
Yes.
And I have Serena by J. Nell Patrick, which is a pseudonym for Jackson Pierce. I don't actually like this book a whole lot. It is about the mythology, we shall say, surrounding Anastasia, but it does not focus on Anastasia herself, but rather a young woman whose name I don't remember, who is in love with, it's Alexi, right? She's in love with Alexi. So it's about her and a magical Fabergé egg, and I don't like the story a whole lot.
I don't remember the story all that well.
She's just really privileged and bratty.
All I really remember from that story is the Fabergé egg.
Yeah. A book with a character's name in the title. Shall we grab them? What is the series actually called?
Gideon the Ninth. I don't know that it has a series name at the moment.
We have Gideon the Ninth, which I haven't read yet, and I'm really excited to read at some point soon. And
Harrow the Ninth, which is the ARC sequel to that series. I can't say anything about it myself. I'm just gonna read the back.
oh no.
The necromancers are back, and they are gayer than ever.
A book with 2 maps in it.
Oh no.
Do you not own the Illuminate books? I thought you owned the Illuminate book.
I do not own the Illuminate books. You own the Illuminate books.
I thought that we both did!
Yeah, this one has 2 maps. We're just gonna do sequels forever. Wait. Haha! I'm taking this. Yeah. This is my incredibly battered copy of Trickster's Choice by Tamora Pierce. It has 2
Very
maps
nice.
side by side.
The world overview and then
The Ice Court.
the horrible place of horribleness. A book that was turned into a TV show.
Oh.
I'm gonna scoot on in behind you
Okay,
here.
yeah, that's fair.
Ta-da!
This is not a TV show yet, but it will be.
I cheated and I grabbed Good Omens. Please
How
watch
is
Good
that
Omens.
cheating?
I don't know, it felt cheap to be like, I'm just gonna reach over your shoulder and grab your own book. A book written by someone who is originally famous for something else. A celebrity, athlete, politician, personality of some sort.
Well, there's my dad's book.
Oh my god. Do we have any other options?
Yes.
This is not the first one where I don't have one. I'm just gonna leave that there for privacy. And we have this.
This is a book by a guy who worked for Hillary Clinton at one point in his life. I read this for a class.
That has deckled edges.
Oh, hey! I found a book with deckled edges. Why would you deckle edges on a nonfiction book?
A book with a clock on the cover. Yeah, this one is hard. It's like everything but a clock.
Thanks, Toby.
That says steampunk. Does that have a clock on it? Oh, it does. It has a little tiny clock. Why does no one wear a watch?
Why would you wear a watch on a book cover? This is all urban fantasy. They tell time using magic. That's a compass.
I'm gonna call a compass good enough. Because that's
All right.
close.
Hi. Yeah, hi. Yeah, good dog.
I mean, it's kind of cheating. A little
It's
bit.
close enough. I've heard of that.
Yes.
What is that
So
about?
This is about the 7.5 deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Okay, wait, I need to remember how to tell this without spoilers. This is about someone who wakes up with no memories of who they are and gets very quickly embroiled in a murder mystery, and then wakes up the next day and it's the same day and they are someone else, and they have to unravel what is going on and solve the mystery. Yeah.
That sounds like Quantum Leap. And I've grabbed a book that I've never heard of, which is 1000 Steampunk Creations, Neo-Victorian Fashion, Gear, and Art. Steampunk is neat. I was into steampunk many years ago. A book of poetry.
Does it have to be intact?
You read poetry?
No, I don't. I do not have a poetry section.
I thought that you did.
Nope. You know what I have? I have this.
I'm gonna grab this.
This is a very beautiful old book. This is a very beautiful old book called Whittier's Poems. Inside are some random files.
And I grabbed Darkest Part of the Forest, which is not a book of poetry, but it has rhymes in it. A book with an award stamp on it. Aha! There we go.
Excellent. This is The Wanderer. This is by Sharon Creech. It is one of the books that I have kept around from my childhood. And it's just a story of a somewhat dysfunctional family going on a sailing trip together.
I grabbed Speak by Laurie Hall Sanderson. I haven't read this book in many, many years, but I love it a lot. And this actually has what I feel is a very good film adaptation starring Kristen Stewart. A book written by an author with the same initials as you. I don't know if we can do that.
I can probably do that, right? H does not exist in my urban. H does not exist on this bookshelf.
H does not exist.
Oh, I found a CH.
Oh, I'll take that.
Alright. I accept defeat.
This one's hard. I don't like this one. Okay, so I have Regifters by Mike Carey, Sunny Liu, and Mark Hempel. Editing Carmen from the future popping in to say, yes, I recognize that we got this wrong. We thought we had an author with the same initials as me and we did not. So sorry about that. The count is going to be wrong for the rest of this video, but the points really are not what matters. I hope that you enjoy this. Sorry for that mistake. What is this? What is this?
Oh, yes, this is a comic about a kid who gets something and doesn't like it and regifts it to someone else and hijinks ensues.
There's another really hard one in here that we're not going to have fun with.
Oh, good. Is it next?
It is not.
Okay.
A book of short stories.
Ah, I have a section for that.
Haha! What is this?
This is The Merry Spinster by Daniel Lavery, who has since changed both names since writing it. This is a book of short stories that are somewhat plays on fairy tales, religion, and also gender.
That sounds amazing.
Yes, they are wonderful.
I would love to read that,
Yes.
and that also has deckled edges.
Now we find all the deckled edges.
I feel so betrayed. And I selected Language of Thorns by Lee Bardugo. This is short stories from the Grishaverse, yes?
Yes, but they don't include any of the existing characters. They are very much their own stories. But you should open up and look at the inside to any page.
It's pretty. I didn't know the book was pretty. Why didn't anyone mention that? It has artwork in it. Booktube, you've got to do better at telling me things. A book. Here it is. That is between 500 and 510 pages long.
Oh,
Yep. How long are you? How long are you? The right line, first try. How about
nice.
that?
Okay, wait, so it's
but I
about
want-
this thing. Haha! Okay, this is Dents of Thieves. This is a book about politics.
And I grabbed Scarlet, which was a very lucky guess. This is not my favorite in the Lunar Chronicles series, but I do enjoy Scarlet quite a lot. We have 3 more questions. 3 more. We are nearing the end. Now, a book that was turned into a film.
This is Howl's Moving Castle, which was turned into an animated Studio Ghibli film, and I love it.
And I selected Hogfather by Terry Pratchett, which is a heartwarming, lovely Christmas film and story.
I'm a little worried about the structural integrity of my stack.
I'm deeply concerned about structural integrity. A graphic novel.
Just any graphic novel?
Yep, that's the
All
thing.
right.
It's a graphic novel.
There are so many options.
I know.
I own a lot of graphic novels.
What are you?
This is Castle Waiting. It draws a lot on fairy tales, as well as kind of, it's fairy tales, but grounded. And it's kind of what happens after the fairy tale is over, or when you're just a normal person trying to live in a world of fairy tales.
Alright, and I grabbed Mouse Guard, number 1, which is Fall 1152. There we go, by David Peterson. This is a really terrible way to describe Mouse Guard, but think Grimdark Redwall. It is about woodland creatures, primarily focusing on mice, and very similar storylines and themes to things you would find in the Redwall universe, but much, much darker. A book written by 2 or more authors.
I do.
I know what I would have selected for this, but you do not own those books. And I already used...
Good Omens. I know.
Why would I
was
do
just
that to
looking at
myself?
Good Omens.
I betrayed myself! Oh,
What?
we're so... God. I picked the first one. Would you like this one?
This is technically a book of short stories, an anthology, but it was put together by 2 different editors who collaborated together.
Oh.
This is Tamora Pierce and Josepha Sherman. It is Young Warriors, Stories of Strength, and it is a bunch of stories about young women living their lives and being warriors.
And I grabbed Silver Mask, which is... Wait, is this the second book? This is not the second book. This is the third book. This is the 4th book in the Magisterium series by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I know this series so well.
Me too. I had so many options, I just realized
Oh, did you?
in the graphic novel section. So I am changing mine to queer, a graphic history.
Do we want to try and pick up our
Stacks? Yes.
Okay. Why did I suggest this?
A little bit.
Using my chin there a little bit. I can get it all in frame. Yay. Oh my god. We did it!
We
Mostly.
did it!
I'm missing 2. And you're missing 1, I think?
Yeah.
Yep. That has been the Do You Have This Book Tag. Thank you very much for joining us.
Please step it.
Yes, put them down. Woo. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us on this adventure that we have undertaken. We now get to put these books away, and I will help. Stay tuned for another video of some ilk next week, probably. Thank you very much for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and please say hello to my wonderful friend down in the comments. Farewell.
I'll be on more videos at some point.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.